Welcome to Royalty Real's Real podcast. Real conversations, real people, real life. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my Royalty Real today, and I'm back with another podcast episode. Today, my guest is my cousin Trey. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, this is the second time we tried to do this.
Yeah.
First time we had a little bit of technological issues, but I think we worked all of that out. So the quality will be great this time. So I think the first question I want to ask is I'm gonna go in a different order this time. So uh we know that you love, track and football, but what do you like outside of that? What do you do outside of it?
Um, I really like going on walks, and I love the beach too. Um, really just I'm a chill guy, so I don't like doing stuff that's crazy. Um, I don't know, like surfing and stuff, no, but I like zip lining too. And when I was little, I used to do paintball a lot.
Oh really? How was that? Was
Yeah.
that fun?
I loved it. We put on like whole bunch of layers in the heat, and we'd be sweating to death.
That's a workout in
Yeah.
itself.
Oh yeah, it was rough.
So you said you like the beach. Have you ever been to the beach in Texas and down there in Galveston?
Yeah, I have. Uh, I've been there. I've been the one in California, Florida, maybe another one, but I'm
Okay, what out of the ones that you've been to, what is your favorite? Like the East Coast, the West Coast beach, or the Texas?
Oh, I'd say definitely Venice Beach
Venice.
is my favorite. Yeah,
Yeah, Venice
without a doubt.
is real nice, real nice. Your your grandfather, my uncle, and our other uncle used to play basketball there back in the day.
Really.
Yeah, I just was talking to him about that when I saw him a couple days ago. He was like, "Yeah, they used to go over and play basketball at Venice Beach." So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, uh, so you said you like. What about music wise? I know you do a lot of working out and everything. So what are you listening to when you work out, and what gets you motivated?
Um, this guy right here. I mean, uh,
Juice
I
WRLD.
love Juice WRLD. Yeah, I listened to him for years, even before he passed. But I say him, Kendrick Lamar, and then Lil Uzi Vert are probably top
That's your top three.
three. Yeah,
Not a bad top three. Not a bad top three. And it's a
yeah.
different, like a different contrast to style. I thought before you said you like Logic too.
Oh yeah. I like Logic and Eminem. I like them as well. But I say them two are like 4 or 5. Maybe Jordan Lucas too.
Okay,
I like him.
so you like
Yeah,
lyrical stuff too, and then you like stuff that you can kind of vibe out too, and
right.
that's pretty dope. And
Yeah,
like Juice World, I kind of got turned on to him after he passed. I got turned on to the Tim Westwood freestyle, where
yeah.
he really like showed out on there. When I found out that he was freestyling off the top of the head for what was 30 minutes straight, I was just like,
Yeah.
that is a skill. That's what I like. The fact that rapping is a skill. Not everybody can do it. That's why it's it's difficult now. Like some people make songs about anything nowadays, but some people got skill. What about TV shows? What are you into? What do you binge watch?
I like The Walking Dead, The Flash. Can I do movies too?
Of course, of course.
Okay, I say it probably my favorite movie.
All time, the new one or the old one?
I can't really pick. I like both, but even though the old one's kind of cringy, yeah, I still like it. But um, I like the Marvel movies. I like a
Okay.
couple of those, and Star Wars.
Oh, really? Star Wars. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So have you watched the new content coming out from Star Wars, like the TV shows and stuff on Disney Plus?
Yeah, I watched a couple of them. I recently watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I thought that
Yeah,
was really good.
my wife is trying to get me to watch that now. I haven't had the time, so I'm not like opposed to watching it. It's just I'm watching so many other things, and like it's kind of hard to like make time. But I'm gonna make time to watch it, so I could
Yeah, it's pretty good.
so I can catch up. I want to watch the Mandalorian first before I watch Obi Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, Mandalorian is pretty good too.
So you said you like the Flash too. I love the Flash.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite DC superhero, The Flash.
Yeah, and the show is pretty good. I actually want them to make him the new Flash in the movie because I don't know if you heard about the guy in the movie. He's been doing
Yeah,
some things to yeah.
yeah,
Gotta
kind
shake
of
your
weird.
hand like, come on, man! You
Yeah,
got all of this money and opportunity, and you decide to do this. So, a question I have for you, kind of regarding that, is how do you keep yourself grounded because you're about to enter a new time in your life, and it's easy for someone to get knocked off their path. What is going to keep you grounded once you enter the college space?
I think really most of that is the way my parents raised me. I always raised me to be a leader, lead by example. And right now it's kind of a habit because I've been doing it for so long. So I just know in my mind not to, go smoke or drink. It's real easy for me. I don't even think about it. Like, I don't even consider it, or I don't hang around people that do it.
Oh
So
wow.
that's probably
Okay, so you said you're a leader. So do you consider yourself a locker room leader as well?
definitely. I mainly lead by example. Um, I need to talk a little more, but I say I definitely do the right things 100% of the time. Um, always going hard, and especially if I like if I've been down, it's hard, to stay up when like something's going on or like heat piping and it's humid outside. We
Right.
just had some like floods, some flash floods over here in Texas. So
Really?
it's real humid outside now. Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. But thank God it's not too hot. If it was hot and humid,
Oh yeah.
you don't want that.
That was the worst days in Texas. And I remember trying to work out in there. He trying to walk around my neighborhood, and I walked like half a block, and I'm just drenched in sweat.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
yeah,
I can't imagine trying to work out on a field like that.
it's rough. You just gotta keep going. Uh, do what's best and try for greatness. Definitely.
Right, right. So you're a dual sport athlete, but let's start with football. How old were you when you first started playing football, and when did you start like taking it seriously, or was it from the beginning like I love this and I want to keep doing this?
Say probably eighth grade I started taking it serious. But I first started when I was 5 years old. I was playing tackle football
Oh
with
wow.
like people that were three years above me, and my dad was like, "Okay, we see something in this kid." But then more stuff found out about brain injuries and stuff. So I only did that for 1 year, and then the rest until seventh grade was flag football.
Okay.
And then seventh grade, I realized that I was a pretty good athlete compared to these other guys. Um, and eighth grade, I was like, okay, I can do something with this. Ninth grade, balled out. Sophomore year, balled out. Junior year, really balled out. And here I am today. I say when I was little, I did a lot of different sports. Like I tried everything: soccer, football, baseball. Um, I did track when I was little too. But yeah, I'd say definitely started taking it more serious.
Okay. And so when did you start track?
I started track or the end of fifth grade.
Okay.
That's when I started track.
What got you into track? Was it just a
My
competitive thing?
a little bit, but I say my brother he started with the track team that was local, and then he was like, you're a strong kid for your age. Let's go to the shot put. And then my first meet, I got fourth place. And I got fourth place again the next meet, and then fourth place again the next meet, and then fourth place. I kept getting fourth place, and then regionals I got no the regionals I got first, right? And then after that was state, and I got first. So I went from getting fourth the whole time,
Right.
and then something just happened, and I got first. I don't know. I don't know if I started taking it serious or what, but
Right.
yeah. So I say definitely my brother and my dad got me into it.
What's more fun for you, playing football or running track?
Um, I say football is more fun, but track is more like kind of hard to explain. It's more like therapy.
Okay.
Like it's real like relaxing for me. I can just like take all my anger out or anything that I don't know if I'm sad or something. But if I'm feeling some type of way, I can just take it out on the ball or the shot put rather. Um,
So you
yeah, I say football.
so you're able to use the energy and everything and put it towards the running when you're running track and you feel like a release afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. I just feel good after I do it. It's like therapy.
Have you ever heard the term runner's high? Did you experience that?
I have not heard of that. What does that mean?
It's basically like a lot of people that run track and everything. They say that they get that this energy and everything. They feel like so good all over after they've ran they when they're running track and it's freedom and they said that it's like a high afterward. They call it the runner's high.
Yeah, I'd say I've definitely felt that. I say probably after every meet. You just feel good, but then when you get home, you're like dead. But uh, yeah, I'd say yeah, I've definitely experienced that.
Okay, so another thing I want to go into is now you're going to different schools and you're getting to see these different programs. How's that experience been overall? Getting to travel and be courted onto these schools. Like, how does it feel?
Yeah, it's been really good. Uh, for the most part, it's been pretty amazing actually. It's real tiring because you're going everywhere, but you have a lot of fun. Especially I get to spend more time with my dad that I don't normally do. Um, I'd say yeah, it's been pretty good. All the school's been good to me. Yeah, I'd say it's been real good to me.
So, how's the reception been from the schools as far as like the students? Because have you got a chance to interact with any of the other students going there, as well as the coaches and everything? Have you got a good balance of that?
Yeah, yeah. I've talked to students at every school I've visited. They all say it's great. Class sizes are normally small at like all of the schools, so don't got to worry about classes being too big. And really, that all of them have said that school's great. Because of course they're gonna say why would right?
Right,
But
right, right, right.
uh, I'd say I can agree with them because one of the trainers at SFA actually has the same major that I want to do. So she kind of told me about that, and that was pretty cool.
Let's
So I'll
let's talk,
say,
let's
yeah,
talk about that a little bit. You said your major. What do you want to major in?
I want to do kinesiology or training, something of that nature, because uh, football and track don't work out, I want to be a personal trainer. Um, I actually train my dad now and then. Uh, it's just something I like to do. I like making people better. It's just who I am. So I say definitely that.
So do you think that so is your goal to go to the NFL?
Yeah, if everything works out perfectly, I'm in the NFL for I don't know 5 years. Uh, get my little money, and then I'll do track, and then for I don't know 10 years or so, and then I'll retire, be a personal trainer. Um, and then when I retire, I'll just chill out with all my money. Uh, uh,
That's a
yeah, that's
awesome plan. And
yeah,
it's nice to hear that you have a goal outside of that because a lot of people don't realize that especially football, it's not forever. It takes such a toll on your body, and you don't want to be playing forever. You know, not everybody can be a Tom Brady and still play at 40 years old. You know, like
right.
especially on the defensive end, it's you're hitting and getting hit every single night. So it's like so to have
Yeah.
that goal is awesome. So what inspired you to go to pursue that career path?
I'd say my family, um, my family and my brother, uh, really, and my teammates as well. Uh, I grew up uh, real close to all my friends, and we've always just loved playing. And it didn't really kick in to where like, okay, I can make some work with this and like make it until probably freshman year. I realized that I could do something. So I say those people have definitely inspired me. Um, yeah, that's
So you're in the process of choosing a school right now. What factors go into that decision?
okay. Number one is how they're gonna develop me, right? That's really important because I don't want to stay the same throughout my career. Because if they're not teaching me anything or making me better, no way I'm going to. Number two is the people, because if they're just like I don't know racist or they just don't like the football team or something, uh, I don't want to go there, right? Number three, um, just how the the place makes me feel. Like whenever you step into somewhere, you can like feel the vibes of.
Oh yeah, the energy is really everything. Yeah.
I say that's really important. And uh, another one, the education. Need a real good education because you're going to college, not just football. So uh, you may want to make sure they have a good education. I'd say those are the main points.
Does your friends factor in at all? Because you said that you have like a close knit group of friends that you have, and does that factor in at all? Because the fact that you guys are going to be, you know, could possibly go to separate schools or trying to go to the same school, does that factor in at all?
Um, not a whole lot because we all know that we're eventually gonna not be able to live right next to each other, and they know I'm going places, so they're always gonna support me, and that's what friends do. So I'd say no, it's not a big factor. They're gonna support me no matter what. Wherever I go, they're gonna cheer me on. So I'd say probably.
That's awesome. And plus you have the benefit of something that me and your dad didn't have growing up is you guys can FaceTime each other and you guys can really stay connected through social media and everything like that.
Right.
So as far as that goes with social media, how are you with that? Like, you know, how does that impact you and while you're pursuing your dreams? Because I know social media could be a hindrance or it can, you know, be something that really was really helpful. How do you what do you think of it?
It's really not a big factor for me. I'm not on it too much. I'll post every now and then, but I'm trying to start, posting more and building a platform. So you know, I have people watching me and more people watching me, and that'll just build, and build. So I'd say it's definitely not hindering on me at all. It's kind of level. It's just there, I guess. But I'm trying to make it a good thing in my life.
Right, right. I'm on the same track right now, building this brand with this podcast. Social media is so difficult, and then once you put yourself out there, you get people that you don't know reaching out to you. I don't know. Have you experienced that yet? Have people that you don't necessarily know reaching out to you?
Yeah, definitely. We met people on planes that follow me now. Uh,
Wow.
at restaurants, wherever. We just, and they follow me now, and it's real cool to see uh, the impact that you can have on people. Uh, and I'd say definitely um, different people have talked to me and people we don't even know. They just say, "Oh, you look big. Do you play football?" Oh yeah, and it's just like
How does that
conversation.
feel to be approached like that? Does it feel good?
Oh yeah, it feels great. Like I want to look like I play football, right?
Right. And
Yeah,
then,
so yeah, it feels amazing. They're real good.
are you ready for the extended recognition that goes with playing D1 football?
Yeah, I'd say I'm definitely ready. Um, just wait to see what happens.
Do you think that you would have to change how you move now and how you are because you'll be more well known?
Um, what do you mean by like move? Like,
Like how you
like on the
like it's a difference between being someone who's not as well known. You like where you go out to eat or where you go to different places. You know, you're some people try to keep their profile down because they know that people know who they are. But you think you'll take that same.
oh oh yeah, I think I don't have a problem. That's it's kind of cool being approached. I think you know I definitely want to build my fame. I think a lot of people do. Um, it's not. I don't see a problem with people, coming up to me like, "Oh, you're Trey." Well, yeah, I am. Uh,
that's
I'd say it's a good feeling. Definitely.
that's awesome. So, one of the other things I wanted to ask you was you mentioned how your dad's with you and he's been supportive. How does that feel? Because like I said before in the last podcast that I looked up to your dad. He was my big cousin growing up, so I always thought he was so cool. So is he the cool dad? And how is that?
Yeah, I'd say he's definitely a cool dad. He's always there, supporting me and stuff. Uh, it's cool because a lot of people don't have that.
Right.
Uh, so I'd say I definitely appreciate it. He's done a lot more than you could ask for, really. Um, just helping me build my platform on Twitter and stuff like that. So I say he's definitely a pretty cool.
So, when did you know that you were going to like start making like tapes of yourself to start sending out? What was how was that process?
The middle of my sophomore year is when we started doing that because we realized that you have to go find the coach. The coach is going to find you because unless you're some big 5 star, it's really hard to get seen because there's so many players. Like there's, there's a ton of high schools and tons of players,
Right,
and if you really want to get seen, you got to put yourself out there.
right.
So I'd say, yeah, that's definitely.
What do you think makes you stand out amongst? Because you said it's so many other you know kids trying to pursue the same thing, and a lot of people's dreams growing up is NFL, NBA, or a rapper. Like you have all these people vying for the same spotlight? What makes you stand out?
Well, first you gotta have work ethic, gotta be a leader, and you gotta have an ability that other people don't have. Like for me, I'm two athletes in one. I'm a top linebacker. I'm a top shot. So colleges, when they look at that, they're like, "Oh, we don't have to spend a scholarship on two guys. We can just use one." So I say doing different sports definitely helps with recruiting. Um, Another thing is that I can do whatever you want me to on the field as long as it's not like corner or something. Like I can play any linebacker position. If they want to bulk me up, I can be a D tackle. Um, I can be D end. I can be inside, outside linebacker. Doesn't matter where. I can be a tight end. I can be a running back. If you give me a year and a half to train, I'll be a quarterback. Like I can do so many different things. Slim me down, I'll be a receiver. Like I'm not slow either, so
Right.
that'll be pretty easy.
So you're versatile. You could play on any side of the ball.
Right, yeah.
So do you have a preference though? Playing offense or defense?
Not really. No. It's just being on the field. It's probably what's best. What I think is best. It doesn't matter where, as long as I'm doing something. Like, I like to be involved. I love blitzing because it's like I know how to time it up real good. So you send me on a blitz, no alignment's fast enough to touch me.
Right.
Uh, they might get a little hand on me and try to hold me. That ain't good enough. I'm not some little 5'4". Um, so I'd say yeah. And then on the other side, tight end, I like blocking. I mean, it's cool. I like putting dudes on their ass, or butt.
It's okay.
And
You could use a little profanity. It's okay.
yeah, yeah, I say doing that. I love running routes. I'm gonna get open. Stiff arm, my go-to move. Um, so I'd say yeah, just being on the field is real good. Yeah,
So I could tell you're really a competitor when it comes to this. And how do you deal with those intense emotions? Because football evokes a lot of emotions, and what if somebody like tugs you the wrong way, or a extremely hard hit? How do you deal with that, especially in game?
yeah. You gotta have a next play mentality. You're angry, take it out on them in a good way. Like, don't swing your helmet at them. Calm down. Like, get that anger in. Next play, take their head off. Uh, that's really what you got to do. That's happened to me before multiple times. It happens to everybody.
Right.
But in my high school career, I never got in a fight on the field. Never even like an altercation. I don't talk like that. So
Have you ever
I
felt
look
like someone was trying to provoke you in that way?
oh, all the time. They're like, "Oh, you so lazy. You too slow." I'm like, "Okay, we'll see. Um, run the ball my way. You'll see." But yeah, I'd say every game somebody's gonna try to get in your head, especially when it's like you're the best player on your team.
Right.
If I'm off, like if my mind is off, then I'm angry about something, then the whole team is screwed. So I'd say, yeah, definitely every
How does it feel when you have the opportunity to shut them up? Because a lot of times, like in other like facets of life, you really can't. Somebody talks stuff to you, it's just like you gotta kind of move on. But you have the opportunity to be like, okay, I'm gonna show you. How does that feel?
game. Yeah, it feels amazing. I know if anybody that's listening, if you've been in that position and you prove somebody wrong, it's really like that in anything. I don't know, like if you're working and your boss says you can't do this, you can't do that, but then you do it, it's like, oh yeah, I'm here.
Right.
Uh, it's definitely a really good feeling for anybody. So yeah.
So you said you want to see yourself doing track and football. So say the year comes, you're getting drafted. Would you uh try to choose between one or the other? Would you still want to like say, the Olympics are this year and football season is coming up? Are you doing both or are you just focusing on one?
I'd say if I'm like a top draft pick, I'm going to the league first. Because Olympics are going to be forever. NFL is not going to be forever.
Right, right,
So I can do NFL for a couple years until I don't know they find somebody better or something.
right.
Uh, and then after that, I can do track because I love track. Because track is like baseball,
Right,
unless you're a sprinter. Unless you're a sprinter, but
right.
for throwers, as long as we keep our strength up, we're good.
Definitely.
And so I say, yeah, that's probably what I.
That is awesome. So uh said football and you said a shot put. What is your training regimen like for these?
Um, during football season, I'll get up, go to school, do school, then football practice, and then I'll lift after football practice, then go home. But during track season, football is in the morning, so do lift with football, uh, do football drills, and then go through school, and then I got track practice, so I'll lift with track, and then I'll go throw. And then I got an ice bath, and then I get
Oh wow.
pretty long day sometimes. Don't get home till like 9ish on during football season, but during track season I'll get home around 6. So yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, you got to be dedicated. Yeah.
So how do you find time for yourself, especially within that rigorous training regimen that you talked about?
Yeah, you gotta find hobbies. Um, so most of the time, whenever you have a day off, I'll go, to the lake or something, Six Flags, something cool like that. Just have some fun with the people you hang around with. So, uh, just whenever you have free time, I don't know if your parents are like, "Oh, you gotta clean this." Go ahead and do it real quick. Shouldn't take that long, unless they're making you do the whole house. But
Right.
yeah, so do that real quick, or if they let you, just don't be out all day, and you can do it when you get home.
Right.
Just So I'd say it's not too hard to find time for myself, uh, but it's definitely you definitely got to be like dedicated to your craft in order to be
Right. Right. It really does take work. So another thing I wanted to ask is getting into the college space. The competition is going to go up, but also the level of difficulty with schooling is going to go up too because these classes are more difficult. They expect you to be more independent than you are in high school. How are you prepared to have the balance between school and sports?
You just gotta ask for help whenever you need it. Don't be scared to ask the professor or the teacher if you need a question or something. And you got Google on your side now, so if you got a question and you're not with the professor, type it up on Google, and you got your answer right there. And for the football side, uh, I think it's not for everybody, but getting up at 5, going to practice at 6, it's definitely hard, but I think I can find a way to manage it. It's like I said, it's not for everybody. It's going to be quite a bit of people that quit or transfer or something.
Right.
But you just gotta stay true to yourself, stay calm. Everything will be all right. Ask for help, and you'll be all right.
So, do you have a favorite subject?
Mm, I'd say science. Probably. It's just really interesting. It's not too boring.
Say that
Like I'm
again.
not a
I didn't hear what you said.
oh
The subject.
science.
Oh, science. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I like it because it's not too boring. Like I'm not an English guy. I don't like English class 'cause it's just right, read. Nobody wants to do that. But in science, you can like learn about the body, learn about different stuff. Um, and you get to do experiments with different things, cut open animals, dissect pigs and stuff. So
So
I'd say definitely,
you're a visual and a hands-on learner, huh? You like to experience.
yeah, yeah. That's how I am. Yeah, I'm like that with football too. Cause like if you draw it up, it's not as easy for me to learn it as if I'm doing it. Like if you walk me through what happens, I'm like, okay, I can do that. But if you just write it up on a board, it's kind of hard.
Right. So you mentioned the NFL. Who's your favorite team in the NFL?
Definitely the Seahawks. I've been a Seahawks fan since I was little. Both me and my brother are the only Seahawks fans in the family, I think. Uh,
Yeah, we got a little mixture of people, but your dad and your grandpa are lifetime Raider fans, and
oh, yeah,
I'm
Raider
a Charger
Nation.
fan. So,
Yeah.
how did it feel when you found out that you were losing your quarterback?
It hurt real bad. Real bad. It's, we're not gonna get something like that for a while.
I probably, if ever, somebody like
Yeah,
because not only did he had the on the field qualities, but he had the off the field qualities too. Like you could tell he was a genuinely a good guy on off the field. So, and I could probably
yeah,
tell that was probably affecting people in the locker room as well because that positivity goes along. But like you said, it's energy.
yeah.
So what kind of energy do you think you bring to a locker room?
I'd say probably more of a it's ready to work mindset. Like it's time to work. Uh, no messing around, no jumping up and down. Oh, it's practice. No, it's time to work. It's not just practice. Uh, I kind of sound like Allen Iverson right now, but
Practice. Talk about practice.
yeah. But yeah, I say definitely it's time to work, not time to mess around.
Right.
Yeah, you wanna have fun. You can mess around a little bit, but you're mainly there to work and get better. You want to make it fun at the same time. So kind of mix it in a little bit. You're gonna have those guys that, like have the energy of
Right.
like jumping up and down. You want those guys on your team, but you don't want too many. Just those. So I'd say I definitely bring that type.
So you think it'd be like the refocus guy? You know, everybody's kind of slacking. Hey, come on, let's get to work.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say exactly.
That's awesome. You're the workhorse, and that's really big. Do you like any other sports outside of the ones that you play?
Um, I like doing sand volleyball. Uh, but when I last summer I used to go over to the park and play that with my friends. I say probably volleyball. I'm not a big soccer guy. I used to like baseball, but it was too boring for me, so I stopped. Um, yeah, so I'd say probably sand volleyball, probably my third
Okay, okay. What about watching? What do you like to watch sports wise?
favorite. Yeah, I'd say football, because it's just entertaining. It's like fast paced, or and basketball too. Basketball. How did I forget about basketball? Yeah, I say basketball is my third favorite, and then ball.
What what's your favorite basketball team? NBA.
That's really hard. I don't really have one, but since the whole family's Lakers fans, I guess I'll join the club.
Oh, I'm not. I'm
Um,
not. I'm not a Lakers fan, so you can join the Clippers
oh,
fans. The Clippers fans, if you like, on my,
Clippers fan. I don't even know. Like my brother. Nah, that's funny.
So, what kind of legacy do you want to leave on this world? Like, what's gonna be your stamp when it's all said and done? What's gonna be the stamp that Trey Wilson was here?
Um, Probably like that you can do it if you put your mind to it. No matter what nobody says, like if somebody says, I want to get bigger and eat, well, have a fast metabolism, eat more. Like that's the type of guy I am. Like there's no really excuse unless you're like dead, right?
Right.
So I say like if you want to be great that bad, then you can do it. Um, it just takes work. You gotta want it bad. So I say definitely.
That is an awesome legacy to leave, and the fact that you have that. Do you ever find yourself lacking motivation at times? And if you do, what do you do to get yourself back motivated?
I say yeah. I think everybody has those times. If you don't have those times, then you're not human.
Right.
Um, but what you gotta do, you just gotta think about it for a second, take a little break, get some rest, and wake up, and it's time to go. You can't really get too down on yourself. I know it's hard, but you gotta stay positive and think about the good in life. Um, like if you lose a starting position, well, all right, time to work. Let me work harder than that guy, and I'll show a coach who's boss.
Have
And,
has that been something that you've experienced before?
uh, it hasn't, well, kind of, but not really. Cause like I think eighth grade I tried out for quarterback, and I was like the third string. I was like, do I really want to play quarterback? So I switched to linebacker, and I've been starting linebacker since eighth grade. So hasn't really happened to me too much. Um, but I didn't. I just wanted to see what it would be like if I played quarterback. That's why I did it. Um, I was still gonna play both sides, so it was just an experiment. It wasn't like, oh, I've been playing quarterback all my life. No, it was just experiment. So I say for people that do play quarterback though, if you are that guy, they will notice. Uh, it's hard to have a favorite if you're a quarterback, unless you're like the coach's son or something.
Right.
But if you're gonna be accurate and if you can run, the coaches will see. So I say just work on yourself and you'll be good to go.
It's crazy because it changed so much when football has in the past 20 years, really. Because when I was younger, football was not focused on the running quarterback was like, oh, well, that's what do you need to be mobile for? You got to stay in the pocket.
Yeah,
But now when they see how explosive someone can be and how you have to really write defenses around something like that, because you got to be prepared that at any time the person can get out the pocket and he's gone.
yeah.
uh, as football goes, what you said you like playing on both sides of the ball, but would if they had to like force you to say okay that you wanted to play defense or offense, would you choose defense?
Um, I say probably yeah. I choose defense. It just depends. It really depends on how they're gonna use me on offense and defense. Like if I'm not gonna be like going after it on defense a lot, then I'm not gonna have fun doing it. I know you can't blitz every play because that's not how football works, but
But do you
you
like
really
do
want
you like
to.
going after the quarterback? Is that like something that you like?
Oh, I love it. Like it's so fun. It's what really makes football fun to me. Probably it's just running up the middle or going off the edge, just sprinting. Because reading your guard and just sitting in the back or not the backfield, but just sitting there watching. It's not really fun. You're not gonna make something happen. You're not gonna make an impact really, unless you're perfect. It's really hard. But I'd say, yeah, I'd probably choose defense.
It's not a lot of glitz and glamour behind that, but defense is where it happens, and a lot of
Right.
people don't realize it. Is like it's not that many stars that you see that are like worldwide noticeable that play defense, but some people, you know. So, do you think you have fun when you're playing on the field? Is it really fun for you?
Oh yeah, it's Friday Night Lights are like nothing else. I think high school is probably more fun than college and NFL. I'd say because it's just everybody you go to school with, you know them, and they're in the stands, and your mom's there, and dad's there, and grandpa and grandma, they're just watching. Uh, I'd say Friday nights are like nothing else. So I'd say I definitely have a lot of fun.
Okay, okay. How important is family to you?
Oh, it's real important. Uh, it's got to be important if you want to go somewhere,
Right, right.
because you're not gonna get anywhere in life unless you have like family is like they're always going to be there for you, like no matter what. So I say family is like number one, number two, number three. They're like right there with God. I say they're below God, but they're pretty close because they're your support system, right? So you need help, you call them, and they're there for you most of the time. So I'd say family's real important.
Right, right. I saw a picture that you had posted. I think your dad had posted it of you like about 7 years ago. Uh,
Yeah,
if you could go back in time and talk to Trey from 7 years ago, you were what 10 then, right?
yeah. And
What would you say to young Trey?
uh, I'd probably say, keep your friends close. Uh, you got this, and like no matter what, you can do it. Another thing uh, I'd say is, you know, don't mess around with the wrong people. Because when I was about that age, he was a really bad kid, and you could see the path he was going on. I, my mom told me to get away. So I'd say listen to your mom sometimes. Sometimes she can be a little crazy, but yeah, I'd say yeah, that's what I do. And oh, one more thing. I tell them to have more fun. Do more things in life that you wouldn't normally do. Take chances, make mistakes. Uh, I think that's one thing that I could have done better growing up. With that, so I say probably.
So you think you're that way now? Like you're like more willing to get out of your shell and get out of the box type now?
Yeah, definitely. I've grown a lot as a person. I'd say for sure.
How do you handle someone like that that you see that's going on a bad path that you're friends with? Is it like instant, like separate yourself from them, or is it, let me see if I can help them, or how do you approach that?
All right. So at first, you want to try to make them better, but a couple weeks they're not changing. A couple months they're not changing. You gotta go. Like, I don't matter who it is, but if they're still smoking, they're still drinking, and they just blow you off. Just leave them. 'Cause they'll learn one way or another. They'll learn whether they're in prison or they get in a car wreck or something. Uh, they're gonna learn. So if you can't teach them, God will.
Right, right. You think that is that a hard decision for you at that time, or are you able to compartmentalize and say, look, this is just not best for me, so I'm going to separate myself from this person?
I think most of the time, no. But if it's someone you really care about, it can be. But most of the time, I'd say it's not a super hard decision because I'm a pretty straightforward guy. I'm gonna tell you how it is, and if you don't like it, I don't really care. Um, so I'd say it's not too hard most of the time, but if you really care about a person, it can be great.
Right, right. Well, it's really nice to talk to you, cousin, and see that you have your head on straight. You are. I am hoping for the best for you in whatever
So,
endeavor that you decide to go down. Do you have anything else that you want to say to the people out there? And any you can shout out your socials and everything. You know, I'll give you the floor for right now.
all right, cool. Um, I'd say put your mind to it. You can do it. I like to say that. If you're struggling, get help. Ask questions, have fun, make mistakes. Don't be afraid. Uh, if you want to do something, if you have goals, you gotta do whatever it takes to do it. So I'll say that. My Twitter is Trey underscore W33. My Instagram is Trey underscore Wilson underscore football 33. Um, those are the socials I have. I say yeah, and shout out R.E.A.L to my school. Trying to put them on the map after about 20 years. It's been a while. Trying to make something happen. So
Are you
yeah.
ready for this upcoming season? This is your senior year, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm better than ready.
Is it beast mode this season, all season, or what?
Oh yeah, we're going crazy. Yeah. First game's in a week. So
Oh, first games in a week. That's awesome.
yeah,
Well,
four days.
I wish you luck on the upcoming season, and not just upcoming season in football, period, but just upcoming season in your life. Things are gonna start changing for you rapidly, and I am happy that you're ready for it. I'm proud of you. I love you, cousin. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. Love you too.
Well, thank you guys for watching the show. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
In verse 1, I mention this heavyweight. It's something I deal with to this very day. In January of 2020, my precious mother was taken from me. I still can't believe how intense the pain. It's funny how sun shines and commence the rain. I wonder if when I talk it can sense the strain. Even when I clear my head, this remains. Visions of your face, visions of the past. I'm missing your embracing visions that you had.